Hey, welcome to the Talent Bite. This is your weekly no fluff, no filter download on what's really happening in tech hiring, leadership, and talent strategy right now. I'm Kayla Moss, a tech and AI talent partner, recruiter, and career coach. I've been in the game for nearly a decade, and if there's one thing I know for sure, it is this. 2025 has flipped everything in the job market. We're not just watching hiring slow down, we're watching it shift in real time. Talent teams are overwhelmed, pipelines are bone dry, and ghosting is at an all-time high. And traditional sourcing, it is not working anymore. So I'm seeing recruiters ask, where did all of the qualified candidates go? Leaders asking, why is nobody good applying to my roles? I tell you right now, it's not just AI, it's not just Gen Z, it is definitely not a talent shortage. It is something so much bigger than that. And this is what I call talent whiplash. And if you are leading a team, filling roles, or even job hunting right now, you're feeling it whether you've named it or not. So today, in this lunchtime bite, I am going to break down what talent whiplash is and how it's showing up and what smart leaders need to do right now to stay competitive. So let's get into it. Talent whiplash is happening when innovation moves faster than the hiring infrastructure can actually keep up. It's the gap between what companies need and how they're still trying to hire people. Let me give you a quick snapshot of this. Entry-level roles. We're seeing them down nearly 50% since the pre-pandemic, and that's not a dip. That is a collapse. And generalist roles, they are vanishing. They're vanishing. Companies want highly talented, high-leveraged specialists who can come in and deploy fast. They want that more seasoned tech specialist. More niche talent like AI, cloud, cyber, data science, quantum data, all of that. They want them to be already hired before the job is even posted and goes live. Degrees and resumes right now are carrying a lot less weight than ever before, which is crazy. We're definitely seeing a big shift more into skill-based hiring. And so here's what's wild is that the people that we used to screen are being screened out. And the people we really want to hire, they're not even in our pipelines right now. And why is that? It's because they don't need your day-to-day job board. They don't need your career site. They're building, they're collaborating, they're being referred in before you even open a rec in your organization or on your team. This is talent whiplash in full motion. It is not theoretical, it's operational. And so you can't ignore it. And let's kind of break it down into the three shifts that are really driving this and how I'm advising teams to respond to this. And one, like I had previously mentioned, skill-based hiring is not just a buzzword. It is your lifeline right now. You cannot afford to care about where someone went to school. What matters right now to keep up with the industry is what they can do. And how fast can they learn what's next? And so LinkedIn's latest report shows skill-first roles pulled in 8 times more candidates and dramatically increased with diversity. So personally, I've hired folks who have never even stepped foot into a computer science classroom. They've built AI tools from YouTube, tutorials, pushed to GitHub, and solved actual real life problems. And so they are now outperforming traditional candidates across the board. So if your job description is still gatekeeping based on a person's resume or their degree, honey, you're bleeding talent. And my pro tip in every intake, define 5 skills and 3 real world tasks tied to your business outcomes. When you're sitting in an intake call with a client, with a hiring manager, with your talent acquisition partner, define the 5 key top skills and 3 real world tasks that are tied to your actual business outcomes. And that's it. Then go out there and hire for those people. 2, new collar talent is the new norm. So IBM coined this new term of new collar talent. This is becoming the new norm. This is cloud engineers, cybersecurity, prompt engineers. Many did not take the traditional route to get to those points. They are credentialed, creatives, and often self-taught. Me personally, I'm very big into AI, if you can't tell. I'm very big into technology, and I've done a lot of self-teaching. I've done a lot of exploration myself and gaining credentials myself. I have not been in for a technical degree or anything like that. So this is changing all across the board. And what I'm seeing is this: the highest performing candidates are coming out of boot camps. They're coming out of Discord communities, hackathons, TikTok tech series. Yes, people, maybe we need to start looking at TikTok for our next generation of engineers and technologists. You can't find them using old sourcing playbooks. Things are changing up. Generations are getting more creative. Generations are putting more out there to the world. So take a step back, get into their space, show up in Slack groups, virtual build nights, Reddit threads, and don't just rely on your standard career site or LinkedIn posting, because you may be missing out on some of the top talent in the industry. 3, lastly, Gen Z isn't ghosting. They are filtering out the BS. Gen Z is one of the smartest, most purpose-driven talent segments that we have seen in years. They are not disappearing because they don't care about their career or about their job search or anything like that. They're leaving because your process sucks. Sorry, your process stinks. And so their biggest thing that they're looking for is transparency, speed, meaningful work. Meaningful work is huge. As generations continue to go on, meaningful work becomes more important. And so no salary range, they're out the door. No real feedback for them to help advance themselves, they're over it. Your basic job descriptions that are packed with just buzzwords, but no stretch or real impact for them, they're scrolling right past it and right past you and your company. And you know what? They should, because they will get bored. So go ahead. My pro tip: publish the pay. Outline timelines. Give candidates the agency to create a process that respects their time and their ambition. And so what do you need to know now? If you're a recruiter, if you're a tech lead or someone building a team, here's what you need to do. And please take it into consideration and do it fast. Ditch the degree requirements and focus on real competencies. Fix your interview loops. It needs to be faster, it needs to be more human, and it needs to be insight driven. We need to cut the days of having 4, 5, 6 plus rounds of interviews. That is unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary. Cut to the chase, because you know what? There will be another company that is seeking that exact same talent that gets them onboarded so much faster than you guys, because you're running them through 5, 6 rounds of interviews. That's not necessary whatsoever. Hire for adaptability and not perfection. We need people who are going to come in and be continuous learners. As this industry continues to innovate and grow and develop, we need the people that are going to continue to grow with it. And so prioritizing learning velocity and why they can learn matters. What they can learn matters more than what they've actually done. So the agility, the ability to learn, the creativity, the speed, and the thought behind things. So expanding your reach to tier 2 cities, having remote first talent. I know so many companies are going through return to office and all of that. It's not necessary for tech. Come on. It is not necessary. And so there is once again going to be so much talent that is going to be overlooked in these tier 2 cities or in these other cities, that talent is just being overlooked because you are only trying to focus on return to office. And lastly, design roles worth growing into and not just filling. Make your roles interesting. Make them have goals and growth potential. So, because, here's the truth. You're not just hiring anymore. With Talent Whiplash, you're building momentum. And the next person you bring in, they will either level you up or hold you back. And the way you hire right now will decide how you scale even as soon as next quarter. And so, like I've said, we're not in a hiring crisis. We're in a hiring evolution right now. And if you're ready to lead through it, start by reading my full article, Talent Whiplash and the Great Tech Hiring Reset, live now on LinkedIn. And join me every Thursday for the Talent Byte Lunchtime Byte mini podcast, where I'll share real tools to fix your pipeline and future-proof your team. If this landed with you, send it to your hiring manager, your TA team, or tag someone building in real time. This has been the Talent Byte. I'm Kayla Moss, and I'll see you next week.